Alright, welcome back. And the last video wasn't half an hour like I wanted it to, just because, well, you guys already know.
Obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons are obvious. Okay.
Let's open up a Red Bull and buckle down.
So open up a Red Bull and get anxiety. Alright.
Mhm.
Huh? I'll wake up in a cold sweat on my bathroom floor. What happened? Where's Yuri? I look around trying to collect my bearings. The shattered remnants of my mirrors are on the wall. I finally realize where I am. Hello? Anyone home? A familiar voice calls out from my bathroom door. Sayuri? She can't see me like this. I attempt to get up. Ugh. My head feels like it's splitting open. I press my hand against my forehead and shut my eyes tightly. I can feel my brain pounding against the front of my skull. The bathroom door gently opens. Mogern! Sayuri rushes over to me. Mogern, what did you do? Her eyes begin to scan the room like a detective. She notices the glass on the floor and the blood on my knuckles. Sayuri grabs my wrist and examines my hand. You punched your mirror? She says that with a disappointed tone. I didn't like what I saw. Mogern? Do you think you're ugly? 'Cause you're not. I think you're very cute. The corners of my mouth slightly curl. Thanks, Sayuri. Now let's clean you up. She searches the cabinet for some bandages and
Peroxide.
Okay.
Peroxide.
Ferocity.
Bingo. Well, I mean, let's get you off your butt. Sayuri throws my arm over her shoulder and pulls me up. I try not to put my weight on her, but as soon as I stand up, my eyes enter another dimension and I become dizzy. Ugh. Sayuri supports me. Here, lean on the counter. She carefully sweeps off any excess shards of glass. I do as I'm told and rest myself upon the bathroom counter. What are you doing here? The doctor told me I was in good enough condition to leave, so I figured before I went home I'd visit you. And I'm glad I did. How long have you been on the floor? I
6 days.
shake my head. Well, I don't know about that. I have no idea. Sayuri gives me a pouty look. You really shouldn't sleep on the floor. It's bad for your neck. I know. I still find myself victim of one of Sayuri's lectures. She gestures for me to raise my hand over the sink and I do so. The bottle of peroxide hovers menacingly over my hand. This is gonna sting. I know.
Yeah, it does.
Sayuri tips the bottle. I keep my mouth shut tight to not show any display of pain. Sayuri dabs the wound with my wet towel and begins to bandage it up. I guess you learned some stuff while I was in the hospital, huh? Sayuri gives me a large smile. Just call me Nurse Sayuri from now on. I give a small chuckle. You know, Mogern, this kind of reminds me of when we were little kids. Yeah, how so? Well, the roles are reversed now, huh? But I remember when we were little kids, we would always play in the neighborhood. We would run around, climb trees. I would always try to keep up with you despite you being much faster. Sometimes I would fall and get hurt. Then you would stop everything and come care for me. Whenever I scraped my knee or cut my hand, you were always there to help me. You would say, Sayuri, look at me. It's okay. Everything will be okay. I remember I used to just start carrying around band-aids in my pocket just in case you hurt yourself. You'd make me feel better and stay with me until the pain went away. I remember back to when Sayuri and I were little kids. Getting into trouble, left and right. All the things little kids do. I guess I always assumed Sayuri and I were equal. I didn't realize that all this time she was just trying to stay close to me. Remember when I fell in that pond near the park? Yeah, your parents were mad. You jumped in because I was drowning. You weren't drowning. The water was only about 2 feet deep. Is that so? I realized my hand was already been fully bandaged, yet Sayuri still hasn't let go of it. My eyes lock onto her sky blue eyes. This is what Yuri meant, isn't it? That I have unfinished business here? I can't leave without knowing the people I care about will be okay. Sayuri notices she's been holding my hand and quickly lets go. Sorry. It's fine. We should sit down somewhere. Okay. Sayuri and I step out into my room. I take a seat on my bed. Hey, what's that? Sayuri walks towards a small wooden box sitting atop my nightstand. It's, looks like a radio. Yeah, it is. I remember when Yuri gave me that radio as a gift. Now it's one of the few things I have to remember her by. Sayuri bends down eye level with the wooden radio. Her eyes dazzled like a child's. She brushes her hand along its edges. Eventually her fingers find the dials. And then the room fills with music. Not a bad tune. I like it. Sayuri begins bobbing her head up and down to the rhythm. This is really cute. Where'd you get it? Yuri gave it to me. That's sweet. Where's Yuri now? She doesn't know. That makes sense. She's been in the hospital this entire time. Sayuri, why don't you take a seat? Okay. Sayuri gives me a look of concern. She sinks down next to me. Where do I even begin? I guess I should start with the beginning. All the way from the beginning. Remember that day when Yuri and Monica got into an argument and Yuri ran out the room? Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to read that. I'll tell Yuri the whole story. I'll give her as many details as I can over what's happening the past several months. Well, everything minus the past few days. No, that's not true. I stay silent to allow Sayuri to process what she just heard. You're lying. Her voice cracks and she breaks into a sob. Sayuri throws herself onto me. I can feel a wet spot form on my shoulder. She cries loudly into my ears. I simply stroke the back of her head to comfort her. After a few minutes, Sayuri seems to compose herself as much as she can. I grab her by the shoulders. Sayuri, look at me. I speak to her in a soft voice as if she was made of glass that could shatter by any loud noise. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm here for you. Always. Sayuri nods as she wipes away her tears. You seem to be taking this rather well. I look down at my bandaged hand. I wouldn't exactly say that, but recently I did have a change of heart. What's the word for that? Sayuri.
Epiphany.
Pretty sure that's what he's going with. Sayuri smells through her
Yep.
tears. An epiphany. I don't think that's quite right, but sure, we'll go with that. She gives me a small grin. I can't really explain it very well. It's just like something inside me is telling me that it's time to move on. I know it's weird, but I believe you. Sayuri brushes the hair out of my face. You're my best friend, Sayuri. I mean that in the best way possible. I know you do. It just took me some time to understand that. I've made a lot of mistakes. So have I. I've hurt a lot of people. And so have I. I quietly chuckle to myself. I suppose we're both just a huge messes, huh? That's why I make such good friends. She gives me the most sincere smile I've ever seen rest upon her face. I suppose I was wrong, Sayuri. Huh? You can't really fully get rid of depression. Not alone, at least. I turn to my bathroom. Oh boy. Yuri's words ring into my ears. I think it's best if we take this journey together. No one can battle their demons alone. I think I'd like that. So what do we do now? Keep on living, I suppose. Yuri may not be here physically, but I believe she's somewhere out there, waiting for me. Sayuri stares over at the bathroom as well. She then looks at my wrist, and a small indent in where I press the glass against my arm. I need you to stay here. She places her small hands over the area of my arm I nearly cut open. Please? I stare at her. I peer straight into her blue eyes, her windows of the soul. I'll stay here. I grab her hand and entwine my fingers with hers. You promise? I promise, Sayuri. My story isn't over yet.
Hmm.
The epilogue.
Epilogue.
Oh boy. She's just standing there.
Can you not?
1 year later.
I wake up to the sun telling me good morning. The early sunlight shines through my window, filling the room. I do not feel very well today, however. Today is an exceptionally difficult day to wake up to. January 5th. His birthday. It's a grim reminder of how I failed to protect her. I begin to stretch out my arms. Time to get up. I finish my morning routine like any other day. Take a shower, get dressed, eat. Same daily routine every day. I do the same exact thing every day. For what? I ask myself. It's not like I have to do anything to look forward to. I find myself thinking negative thoughts. It's these same thoughts that almost led to my death nearly a year ago. I lightly slap some sense into myself. Hopefully I can knock out those bad thoughts as well. After all, I promised I would keep pushing forward, not for me, and for Yuri. Today's a special day and I have some very special plans. Swinging open my cabinet, I reach for a picnic basket. Next I begin work on the platter of food. I make some sandwiches, grab some fruit and water, and pack some pastries for desserts. If I remember correctly, there should also be a spare blanket in the closet.
I like how all that food is just already prepared. He just grabs it and puts it in the basket.
Oh.
I mean, I could be pre-prepared, you never know.
Yeah, like convenience store
Hot
food.
Pockets.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hot Pockets.
Can you not?
Demonetized.
Oh my god. I walk over and gently open my closet door. Perfect.
Gently.
Grabbing the blanket, I toss it next to the basket. Okay, stop.
What?
Food, water, blanket. Looks like everything is packed. I place the basket near the door. Oh, I almost forgot. I rush upstairs to my bedroom.
Bakugan.
No.
I never leave the house without my Pyrus Dragonoid.
Can you not, please?
My fault, I brought that on.
Yeah. My backpack lays in the corner. I sling it over both shoulders. After making sure it's secure, I reach for the drawer. I stop. I'm frozen in place. As much as I want to, my arm refuses to move. My hand is locked inches from the handle as if they were both full of magnets with similar poles. An eternity passes of me just staring at my desk, however. In here holds a Pandora's box of all my memories. Using every piece of willpower, I grab the handle and pull it open. Inside is a badly wrapped rectangular gift. I grab the gift and head out of my house, picking up the basket and blanket along the way. Once I'm outside, I begin to feel 10 times better. The sun beams down on my face and the fresh winter air fills my lungs. It's thin and clean.
It doesn't look like winter.
You're right, it doesn't.
Looks like spring or summer.
I mean,
So Swinter.
Swinter. Yes.
Swinter.
Swifty Swinter.
Isn't that autumn?
No. The
Or
Phineas
fall?
and Ferb episode.
January is winter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is winter. Oh, well. In spite of being sunny, the light breeze creates a perfectly balanced temperature. I couldn't have wished for a more perfect weather. All of the negative thoughts about today leave me and I'm left with only pure bliss. I continue my trek towards the destination. The park is as beautiful as ever. All the birds have left for the winter, creating a calming silence. Only the sounds of my footsteps and the whistling of the wind can be heard. Despite the perfect weather, there seems to be very few people here. I see a few groups in the distance, but other than that, it's empty. However, that's perfectly fine by me. Eventually, I stray off the path. The dense forest begins to fade out and I find myself in the clearing. It's been exactly 1 year since I last visited this place. The grass looks a bit greener for some reason. Take a few more steps and find myself face to branch with... I'm gonna call it M.
Oh fuck! Forgot about that.
I hate you.
Hey man, I'm just trying to bring some levity into this.
I almost said your name.
Into this
Jesus.
experience.
I'm just gonna call it M. Well, Hammett, you're growing big and tall now. It's growing a bit M. Now it stands just a bit shorter than me. I sit down my basket and gift and begin to lay out the blanket. In less than 10 minutes, In less than 10 minutes, I've laid out all the food in front of me. Fuck's sakes. I hate you. Okay. I pull out some
It was a
stuff from
group
my-
effort. It was a group effort.
That is. I did, to be fair, I did agree upon it. A portable tea set and small oil diffuser. I start the portable Keurig, then grab the diffuser.
Product placement.
Is that really though? Are they sponsored by Keurig?
Sponsored by Keurig.
No,
Build
we're
it
not.
beautiful.
We're not. It's a small wooden cylinder with a hole on top. Oh, excuse me. In the side pockets of my bag, I pull out a small container of liquid. I pour some of its contents into the diffuser. A small array of vapor begins to float out of it. It's lavender. According to the internet, lavender has a calming effect on the body and mind. Only one more thing. I reach into my backpack and feel a hard, solid piece of wood. I pull it out and prop it in front of me. It's a framed portrait of Yuri. The same one she gave me a year ago as a thank you for being her boyfriend. Can't help but laugh. Back then it struck me as odd, they're giving me a picture of herself. Now it's all I really have left to remember her. I grab one of the sandwiches and start eating it. Ham and cheese, easy to make and tastes great. Having Yuri's portrait here almost makes me feel not so alone. Hey Yuri? Can you hear me? It's been a while since we've talked, huh? I miss you. I really do. Yuri's picture does nothing but stare deeply at me. Everyone's doing good. Monica got kicked out of school. As for Sarah and Natsuki and I, we all graduated. No.
Yeah.
Well, we all had to take some extra courses in the summer to graduate. None of us really went to school after what happened. But in the end, we did graduate. Natsuki actually got accepted into some sort of baking program at a university. We were all really happy for her. I started seeing Dr. Langton again. He accepted me back even after my outburst. He's truly been a really big help. He even took up Sayuri as a patient. How great is that? Sayuri's been doing really well at battling her depression. I can't express how proud I am of her. The wind whistles past my ear. It's weird. It's weird being outside in the winter. When you imagine the sound of nature, you usually picture birds chirping. But all the birds have flown south, so there's no sound of nature
To
at all.
recharge.
There's nothing else but open field, the cool wind, my single cherry blossom. Ever so often, there can be a small splash heard from the lake created by some small animal. The only word I could really use to describe it is peaceful. A quick ding.
Sploosh.
Oh, come on. A quick ding interrupts the scenery. Was Serenity?
Yeah.
Yeah. My tea is finished. I pour it into 2 small cups. Place one in front of me and the other next to Yuri. The steam begins to rise through the cool winter air. It smells fresh. Reaches my nostrils. I take a sip. It's oolong, your favorite. I'm no tea smith like you, but I think I did a pretty good job. I've actually picked up a lot of new hobbies influenced by you. tea, reading. I even started trying to write a book. Can you believe that? Another small gust of wind blows. I'm still crying, god damn it. Em leans over from the forest and a few bunches of leaves spring off. One leaf in particular catches my eye. The sunlight sparkles off of it and it floats around in front of me. Eventually the small pink leaf descends slowly and lands before Yuri's portrait. How about that? I brought something for you. I reach for a gift that has been beside me this whole time and holds it in front of Yuri's picture to show her. I'll open it for you. I'm going to slowly rip open the wrapping. As soon as I do, my vision begins to blur as tears fill my eyes. I finish tearing off all the wrapping to reveal a rectangular shaped object. A book. I run my fingers across over the embossed title.
Embossed.
Embossed?
Yeah, it's embossed.
Okay. A Sakura's Guide. Remember when you told me how excited you were for this book to come out? Well, it's out. I proudly hold up the book. Do you also remember when you made me promise to you that when the book came out we'd read it together? I solemnly stared down at the ground. These memories are really all I have left to hold. Well, I figured we could read it together now. My sad eyes stare at Yuri. Her expressions never breaks. I don't know why it would. After all, it's just a picture. But to me, it's really her just sitting with me. I guess you can't really be here physically, so I'll just read it out loud. I've gotten a bit better at reading, so hopefully I'm not too slow for you. I laugh at my lonesome sense of humor. With that done, I open to the first page. According to Yuri, this book is a continuation of Infinite Isolation, the book that we read together way back when. Supposedly, this one has supernatural elements as Keanu's spirit indirectly guides to Lena to freedom. It's a story that Yuri and I were supposed to share together. I guess I should start now. Loneliness is a fear that everyone must face alone. That's what I thought anyway. But perhaps I was wrong. You're never truly alone. There's always someone looking out for you. I came back to my senses. The hell? I mutter. The door. It spontaneously just opened. I stand frozen in place. No noises can be heard from the other side. For some reason, beknownst to me, I decided to turn around and look outside my window. Through the bars of the window, I see a single leaf from the sakura float into my room. It dances through the air before elegantly landing on the cement. What do I do next? I'm not entirely sure why. I feel drawn to this leaf. I gently lower myself and pick it up. It glows as I twirl it around in my fingers. There's a drastic difference between the elegance of this leaf and the dirtiness of my fingertips. It's a balanced sight to take in. Without thought, I place the leaf in my shirt pocket. About 10 minutes pass by and I finish the first chapter. I timidly close the book and look up to Yuri. I'm no longer trying to hold in my tears. I let them flow down my cheeks like waterfalls. But tears don't fall, do they? Yuri? I truly do love you. You saved me. I choke on my words. You showed me a part of myself I didn't even know existed. You made me feel things I didn't quite understand. But for some odd reason, I was okay with that. For once, I saw what it meant to truly love something. To love something so much that you would give them everything imaginable if you could. You were my world, and I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. My eyes are puffy and red and my sleeves is damp from me wiping my tears. I'm gonna keep moving forward though. I promise you that. And I'll never break that promise. Your portrait stares at me. Your beautiful lavender eyes that still managed to pierce mine. But behind those eyes was a broken girl that needed someone to put her back together. It's hard to believe someone so perfect could be a part of this reality. She was pure, she wasn't from this world. She was a fallen angel. And now that angel has finally returned home.
I got my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating.
Wait a minute, what was that?
Sound like a voice actor.
I tend to have this feeling of being labeled an outcast, and every time I look down, I see memories of my past. I write this poem.
I'm gonna have to mute this. Sorry. I know this is supposed to be a tender and loving moment, but the song is terrible.
I can't even deny that. She's not exactly a good singer, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like
They should have got gacked.
Cape.
fucking redemption
you're-
would have fit well here.
On the road, without you. On no
That decision to make the frickin' cherry blossom my anus was terrible.
Look, man, I wasn't thinking of the consequences. I was just trying to make a funny thing for the video.
Yeah.
Just trying to contribute, dude. Jeez. Oh, please end it.
Oh god. Okay.
Is there like a button that you can hit to just like skip
No,
the?
it stole my mouse. I can't even do anything
What?
here.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
even just like tap a key and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna skip this.
No.
Let's just say it's no.
Oh, I guess you can.
Let's just say it's no your reality.
You're a player. Thank you so much for playing Doki Doki Fallen Angel. It has been a long year of development. Yeah, okay, so it only took a year of development.
Okay.
They should have put a little bit more effort into that song. Maybe did a couple more, little bit more auditions before they just said, okay, you guys sound the most terrible, so you got the job.
It just sounded like they just need more vocal training, if anything.
Oh, they needed a lot.
Alright, let me read this out. Dear player, thank you so much for playing Doki Doki Fallen Angel. It has been a long year of development. Despite that, I do not regret taking on this project. It has changed my life in so many ways. Being part of this community and being able to share my work has been such a blessing. Thank you to the team for making this possible. I couldn't have done it without them. With Fallen Angel, I wanted to tell a story. Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's timed?
I guess so.
wow.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
Dude, that was like a tender seed and I burst out fucking laughing. I mean,
Yeah.
I need a good laugh though after what I just went through though. As we all went through.
Yeah.
I could send you some scat porn.
Oh, good God, no.
Oh god.
I'm cutting that.
Oh, Leave this in.
No, I'm not. 100% I'm not.
Oh god. Put a picture of Scatman John on the screen.
I'm not even doing that.
Why not? Stupid boat about it.
Alright. Thank you guys
Oh,
for
man.
watching, and I'll see you guys in the
What a
next
Bad ending.
video, I guess you could say.
The bad ending. Bad ending. We're gonna do the good ending next.
If there is a good ending.
Is
Oh
there-
god, I hope so.
I fucking hope so. Unless
If
it is,
not, then this is just a shitty mod. Like,
can you really call it that though?
well, it's shitty in the fact that there's no way to actually get a good ending. if the ending is
Man.
bad. Both endings are bad.
I mean, what I noticed about some of these mods, though, is that they're not trying to give you, like, a game to play. It's trying to tell a story to you.
Yeah.
True.
So, I feel like this is, like, doing, like, the same thing, though.
Okay, so Infinity War is the only story that I will accept a bad ending with.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey man, sometimes I just want to feel really sad at the end of something.
It wasn't bad in the sense that
Watch Violet Evergarden.
oh my god, that was complete and utter shit. It was bad because the villain won.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a good ending,
That's
but
what I mean.
it's an undesirable ending.
Yes,
It's,
undesirable.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
It's not
so...
a happy ending.
Yeah, happy ending. I want a happy ending. I want to see Yuri and Mogaran bang.
Yeah.
Please don't make a
'Cause I
fanfic
haven't.
of that.
Full frontal.
Hey, whoever is listening, if you can make some fan art of Yuri and Mogaran banging, that'd be great.
And then put a link in the comments of this video.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
You know what,
watching, and I'll see you guys in the next mod that we play or whatever. Alright?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stare at Justice to make myself feel better. Have a good day.
See you next game.